Hello and welcome to Monday Movie Reviews again this week. Now this episode is going to be a lot shorter than last week's because I'm only talking about 1 week's worth of films, which is what it should be anyway. So I only watched 3 films this week, which is unlike me, but had some other things going on, so I just watched a few here and there. So on the 10th of May, I watched Fanboys. This is a really funny film. It's I can't remember when it was released because there were so many problems with its production that it took a while for it to actually come out. It says copyright 2008, so let's just say 2008. It's about a group of friends, a group of fanboys who decide to go to to Skywalker Ranch, George Lucas's place, in 1998, and and watch Star Wars Episode 1 before it was released in the cinemas because they were so excited about the new Star Wars film. And it's just a great comedy full of so many references. They bump into Trekkies along the way and get into fights. Seth Rogen's in this film playing about 7 different characters. It's hilarious. We get people who I love like Danny McBride showing up. Loads of cameos from people like Kevin Smith, Carrie Fisher, Billy D. Williams, William Shatner. Not to spoil it or anything, but it's a great film. Really funny, not to be taken too seriously. I really connect to it as well because as someone who grew up in the 90s, seeing them play Super Mario Kart, for instance, is just like a joy for me to see. And this character here, I don't know if you can see because the light is not good, but he owns the van that they take to go on this road trip. He says, in my van it's Rush, only Rush, all the time. And again, I'm a huge Rush fan, so that was just even more awesome. And I think the van just drove past then. Yeah, so it's really good. I would say about a 7, 8 out of 10. Nothing amazing, but just a really fun film full of so many references that it makes my brain hurt sometimes. The next day, the 11th of May, I watched an indie film which cost only $500,000, and it was called Smashed. And it stars Aaron Paul and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. 2 great actors. I'm a big fan of Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, and it's about those two. They're married. They're a young couple. She's a school teacher and she's an alcoholic, and she's suffering through alcohol problems, and then she gets a bit into drugs, and then it just spirals from there. And so it's all about her kind of journey to better herself and how it affects her relationship with Aaron Paul, because they're both always drunk and that's how they've always been. So when she starts to get sober, the relationship changes. It's not a long film, it's nothing too fancy or anything, but I love the way it was shot, I love the way it was acted. Great drama, a couple of funny moments, and overall really enjoyable. Love the ending too. I'd give the film probably around a 9 out of 10, I think, because I just really enjoyed it. It's one of those films where you just think, wow, you can really do a lot in a film with 80 minutes. You don't need to do a 2.5 hour film to get a point across. It was just to the point, you know, interesting and compelling. Enjoyed it a lot. And then the final film I'll be talking about is The Terminator. Again, don't know how well you'll see this with the lighting. This is the awesome steelbook. And of course this is the much talked about new transfer of the film on Blu-ray, which I have to admit looks amazing. It's just really good, to the point where when Arnold Schwarzenegger is walking towards the punks at the beginning of the film, you can literally see his massive penis just swinging between his legs, almost slapping his thighs. It's huge, and you can see it in all its glory in high definition. Yeah, wow, I definitely cannot unsee that. But what was interesting, because I was watching it with Connie at the same time, she had it over in Norway, and we kind of do a little countdown, 3, 2, 1, go, and we press play at the same time, and we're texting throughout the film. And she mentioned something that I didn't quite spot, was that when Michael Bean's character, he comes into the present day, he grabs a cop and he's like, "What day is it? What date? What year?" And the cop's like, "May 12th." And we were watching it on May the 12th, so that was kind of funny, but utterly pointless, I do admit. But The Terminator, classic science fiction. You know, people called it like a film noir in a sense, and of course there's the bar in the film called tech noir. It's just brilliant. You know, I love how most of it is set at night. I love films that are just set at night. although not completely. We do see the daytime in the film, but yeah, we all know the story of Terminator. If you haven't seen Terminator, literally, what rock have you been living under? Classic film. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I forgot how terrifying Arnold Schwarzenegger was in this first film. Like, really, he really plays it well. I mean, there's a lot of humor in the second film, and as great as the second film is, this one's just so dark. And yeah, just Arnold Schwarzenegger is amazing in it. Michael Biehn is great. Linda Hamilton's great. How her character is so meek at the beginning, and how she kind of builds strength up towards the end. Not completely though, not like we see her in Terminator 2, but yeah, just an awesome film that I'd forgotten how good it was, and seeing it on this Blu-ray with this transfer was stunning. So I'm really glad that I finally got around to watching it. The only problem with this Blu-ray, I think, is that they just really skimped on the special features, because the DVD has got a lot. I'm keeping my DVD copy because it's got a lot of documentaries and stuff, and this one just has maybe a handful. So I don't know why they spent all the money to make a new transfer for the film, like a second Blu-ray transfer, but not at least port all the extras over from the DVD. I don't know. So yeah, it's an MGM release, so I don't know. But there you go. Those are the 3 films for this week. 6 minutes. Wow, I thought it would be a little shorter than that, but thank you for watching. Next week we'll probably have a bit more. I've got a lot more films on my to-watch list this week, particularly a lot of films I haven't seen before, so look forward to that, and thank you for watching.